Hi, my name is Tommie Devine. I'm here from French Park in County Roscommon. I'm in partnership with my father Tommie. We're originally beef and sheep farming, and this year we're new entrants to dairy with 70 heifers with a Geary robot. The first kind of liking I got was when I was in UCD in college. I did ag science and I liked the dairy end of the course. Then in third year I went on placement with local dairy farmers, Brian Costello. Really enjoyed my time down there with Brian, really liked the dairy side of things. Came home from college then, I'm working full time with a Revo, and I was farming in the evening stuff, and beef price were on the floor. So I decided to start looking down the dairy route. The reason we decided to go with a robot then was I'm working with a Revo part time, so I said I'd go with the robot, that's why I started looking down that end of things, so I'd have the flexibility with work and stuff. When I went to Hall Donald's farm in Strabane and Tyrone, see his Geary robot, we're very happy with it. I bought these heifers from Geary in Cork. I bought them October 12 months ago. They're crossbred heifers. I went with crossbred heifers here because in the west of Ireland the ground is a lot softer. So it's a grass grazing system here I'm trying to drive. So get them out early, keep them out. Also with a Revo I'm supplying solids, so with the jerseys, they're kind of bringing the solids. I'm working as well full time, so thought with the jerseys I have a better chance, higher fertility getting them back in calf, and also not as much trouble with feet. We eyed them there last May, used sex semen, got 66% conception off the sex semen. They used LIC straws, we got 91% females from the straws. So I'm going to hold all my heifers, and also the price of bull calves ain't worth a lot, so I think it's well spent putting the extra few pound into the straws, having heifer calves. There's a lot of information you can get from the robot too, We really like that kind of side of things. You can see what the cows are doing, which are your good cows. With the robot there too, you can feed to yield. So your cows are milking strong, you can give them an extra few kilos, keep driving them on, Jonathan Bennett from Bovum Tech got in touch. He's the Geary dealer here in Connacht. He advised us to go up and look at Hall Donald's farm up in Strabane and Tyrone. Went up and liked it. We looked at 17 different farms at the time. We looked at 2 Geary robot farms, a few Lily farms and Delaval farms, and there's just we decided to go with the Geary robot, and there's just a few features we liked on it, The main kind of feature we liked was there's manual attachment with this robot, so if it's 2 o'clock in the morning you have a cow calf and she's a small bit giddy, when she comes into the robot for the first time you can just hit manual attachment and just put the clusters on her quick. Also there with the box there's 3 different sizes, so it suits me here with crossbred heifers, so when the heifer comes in that's smaller it can tighten back in on her, so there's not as much movement. Also with the robot, the 4 quarters, the cluster can separate the 4 quarters, so if you have 1 quarter high in cell count it can dump it and send the other 3 quarters to the milk tank. And the main feature was also there's a pit here with the robot too, so if you ever want to teat seal cows or anything, you have access to that too. Originally it was a 5-bay double slatted shed. We're using it for finishing cattle. Geary gave us the design for the shed, so we kind of tied it all in together, so it's all under the one roof. We had to do extension onto the shed to fit the cubicles in and make room for the robot and isolation area, calving area. To be honest, it took us about maybe 16-18 months, the whole project did. We bought these heifers in out of Geary in Cork October 12 months ago as weanings. That's kind of when it started off, so we were housing them, we eyed them ourselves. The building kind of side of things kind of started around February. We kind of got plans for the shed, went for planning, and then in June was when it really kicked off for us. We started putting in our roadways. Brian Gordon, local contractor, did the shed. He came, started erecting the shed for us. Dermot Dooney came in June as well. Started a local contractor, started pouring the foundation, and from then it was mainly June until October, November, till we got the majority of the work done, just in time for housing. We have tip over drinkers here in the shed. They're from Wilson's Agriland in the north. They also supplied the cow cubicles here. The mats then are from they're Huber mats from Germany. We got them through Agri Comfort, so they're there's 40 mil of foam mattress with a rubber mat on top, and then there's a plastic brisket board. The milk here, you can send it 3 ways. It can dump, it can go to the milk tank, or over to the calves. We built a 6-bay single calf shed for the calves. Over there, I'm holding all my heifer calves at the moment. For the first week they're on whole milk, beaten for the first couple of days, then on whole milk, and then they're on to JFC feeder, then automatic calf feeder on milk per plate. Very happy with how it went. I thought it was going to be a nightmare to be in and trying to get cows in on it and stuff like that. Cows, to be honest, it took maybe 3-4 days to fully get in on it. Some heifers go in the first time straight away in on it, some 3 or 4 days. Thankfully now all the heifers are in on it, and we're out grazing the last 2 weeks. There was maybe a few days with that, getting them used to coming in and tipping them through the grazeway gates, but as you see today now, like, they're all flying in through the gates. So the grazing system works, it's called an ABC grazing system. So basically they're allocated 3 paddocks a day in 8-hour blocks. So in the morning at 2 o'clock they go out to paddock A, and it's all about allocating the right amount of grass. So we're allocating enough grass for 8 hours, so when they run out of grass they'll come into the robot, they know there's going to be nuts there, and they're going to be sent out to B, and when they finish in B, they come back in, milk, and out to C. They're out now almost 2 weeks out of grass, yeah.